Of course, let's go even deeper, step by step, with extra simple words, as if I'm teaching someone who has no idea about math. I'll break it down into small parts so you can follow every detail easily. 1. What is a square? A square is a shape. A square has 4 sides. All 4 sides are equal in length. All 4 corners are right angles, like the corners of a book. 2. What is area? How much space is inside shape. For a square, the area is how many small squares fit inside the big square. 3. How do we find the area of a square? The rule is very simple. Area equals the side. This means take length of one side, multiply it by the same number because the other side is the same length. Examples in super slow detail. Example 1. Side is 1 centimeters. So area equals 1 times 1, 1 centimeter. Example 2. Side is 2 centimeters. So area is 2 times 2, 4 centimeters. Example 3. Side is 3 centimeters. So area is 9 centimeters. Side is 4 centimeters. Area 4 times 4 equals 16 centimeters. 4. What do we notice about the answers? The answers 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, etc. are special numbers. They are called square numbers. Now 5. What is a square number? A square number comes from multiplying a number by itself. For example, minus 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 is a square number. 3 times 3 equals 9. 9 is a square number. 4 times 4 equals 16. 16 is a square number. The pattern of square numbers. 1 for it equals 1, 2 d 4, 3 d 4, 5 equals 16, 5 for equals 25, 6 equals 36, 7 equals 49, 8 equals 64, 9 for equals 81, 10 to 8 equals 100, and it goes on. Knack! 6. Why do we say square number? We call it a square number because it matches the area of a square. For example, a square with side 5 has area 5 times 5 equals 25. 25 is a square number. 7. How do we get at 7? How do we know if a number is a square number? Let's try with 32. 5 times 5 is 25, smaller than 32. 6 equals 36, bigger than 32. There is no whole number between 5 and 6, so no number you can multiply by itself to get 32. So 32 is not a square number. 8. Important words in simple English. Natural number, counting numbers starting from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Square number, a number made by multiplying a natural number by itself. Area, how much space something takes up inside. 9. Super easy trick to check square numbers. Start with perfect squares, you know. Minors, 1 equals 1, 2 equals 4, 3 equals 9, 4 equals 16, 5 equals 5, 6 36, 7 to 1 equals 49, 8 equals 64, 9 to equal 81, 10 to equals 100. If your number is not on this list or between two of these, it's not a square number. 10. Extra example practice 1. Is 36 a square number? Yes, 6 of 36. 2. Is 50 a square number? No, because 7 to 7, 49, and 8 to 8 equals 64. 50 is between 49 and 64. 11. Why are square numbers useful? Square numbers help us understand area in geometry. They appear in many math problems. They help in learning square roots, the opposite of squaring. 12. Visual picture in words. Imagine you have a square made of small boxes. For side equals 3. Count the boxes. There are 9, so area equals 9. 9 is a square number. 13. Final key points. Square numbers come from multiplying a number by itself. Examples 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64. They help us know the area of a square. If a number can't be written as n times n for a whole number n, it's not a square number. Would you like a colourful chart or game to practice square numbers? Of course, let's go slowly, word by word, line by line, in super simple English, like you have no idea about square numbers. I'll break it into small steps so you understand everything perfectly. 1. What is a square number? When you multiply a number by itself, the answer you get is called a square number. We also say the number is squared. Example, 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 is a square number. 3 times 3 equals 9. 9 is a square number. 2. List of square numbers from 1 to 100. Let's start with small numbers. We multiply each number by itself. 1 times 1 equals 1. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 times 3 equals 9. 4 times 4 equals 16. 5 is 5, 25, 6 times 6 equals 36, 7 times 7 equals 49, 8 is 8 equals 64, 9 times 9 is 81, 10 times 10 equals 100. So the square numbers between 1 and 100 are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. Perhaps 3, are there any square numbers missing up to 100? Let's check. We went from 1 squared root of 1 to 10 squared root of 100. The next square, 11 squared root of 121, is more than 100 to 1, so we don't count it. So there are no square numbers missing. We listed them all. 4. Exercise perfect squares between certain numbers. The question asks, perfect square numbers between 30 and 40. We look for squares around 30 and 40. Minus 5 squared equals 25, less than 30. Minus 6 squared equals 36, between 30 and 40. 7 squared equals 49, more than 40. So the only perfect square between 30 and 40 is 36. Perfect square numbers between 50 and 60. We look for squares around 50 and 60. Minus 7 squared equals 49, just below 50. Minus 6, 8, 4, just above 60. So there is square number between 50 and 60. 5. Squares of numbers 1 to 20. Let's write them all to see patterns clearly. 1 squared equals 1, 2 equals 4, 3 equals 9, 16, 5 equals 25, 6, 36, 7 squared equals 49, 8 squared equals 64, 9 squared equals 100, 10 squared 8 equals 100, 11 squared equals 121, 12 squared equals 144, 2 equals 3 squared 169, 40 equals 196, 50 equals 192, 60 equals 256, 6 equals 225, 7 equals 289, 80 equals 324, 19 equals 361, 2 equals 400. 6. Units, digit of square numbers. Look at the last digit of each square number above. The last digit is also called the units place. 1 ends with 14, ends with 49, ends with 916, ends with 625, ends with 536, ends with 649, ends with 964, ends with 481, ends with 1100, ends with 0121, ends with 1744, ends with 41169, ends with 9196, ends with 6225, ends with 5256, ends with 6289, ends with 93324, ends with 4361, ends with 1400, ends with 0. Important thing we see, square numbers always end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. 7. What digits will squares never end with? Let's see what digits never appear in the last place of square numbers from above. We never see 2, 3, 7, 8. So square numbers never end with 2, 3, 7 or 8. 8. If a number ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, is it always a square number? No. A number ending in 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 can be a square number, but not always. Examples: 14 ends with 4, but 14 is not a square. 19 ends with 9, but 19 is not a square. 31 ends with 1, but 31 is not a square. So just ending with those digits doesn't guarantee a number is a square. 9. Important rules about square numbers. A square number is a whole number multiplied by itself. All perfect squares up to 100 are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. Square numbers always end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. Square numbers never end with 2, 3, 7 or 8. Just because a number ends in 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9 doesn't mean it's a square. 10. How to check if a number is a square number. 1. Find 2 square numbers close to your number. 2. If your number is not exactly one of those squares, not a perfect square. Example, to check if 50 is a square, 7 squares of y equals 49, 50, 8 squared equals 64, 50. 50 is between 49 and 64, so 50 is not a perfect square. 11. Final summary in one-line square numbers come from multiplying a whole number by itself. They end with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9, but ending with these digits doesn't guarantee it's a square. Would you like me to make a colourful chart, flashcards, or an easy quiz to remember square numbers? Absolutely. Let's go very slowly, word by word, line by line, in super simple English, adding every detail so you understand deeply, even if you have no math background at all. I'll also give more examples to make it crystal clear. 1. What does square number mean? A square number comes from multiplying a number by itself. Example, 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 is a square number. 5 can 5 equal 25. 25 is a square number. What are we looking at? You notice something special about the last digit of square numbers. The last digit, units digit, means the number in the ones place, the rightmost digit. Example, 1, 2, 3, last digit is 3. 4, 4, 56, last digit is 6. We want to see what digit square numbers end with, and if there's a pattern. 3. Examples of square numbers ending with 1. Let's write them clearly. Number square, 1, 1, 1 times 1 equals 1, 9, 81, 9 times 9, 81, 11, 121, 11, 11 equals 121, 19, 361, 19 to 19 equals 361, 21, 141, 21, 21 equals 4441. What do we see? All these square numbers end with one numbers being squared, 1, 9, 11, 19, 21. What do their last digits have in common? They all end with 1 or 9. With 1 ends with 1 minus 9, ends with 9 minus 11, ends with 1 minus 19, ends with 9 minus 21, ends with 1. So we see a pattern. So stat numbers ending with 1 or 9 give squares ending with 1. 4. Trying other numbers, you were asked, which of these numbers, when squared, will end with 1? 232 ends with 2 minus 772, ends with 2 minus 822, ends with 2 minus 1612, ends with 2 minus 1092, ends with 2. But 2 is not 1 or 9, so none of these numbers will have squares ending with 1. 5. Finding the next two square numbers ending with 1. You had up to 21 conque equal 441, ends with 1. Let's keep going to find the next numbers ending with 1 or 9. 29 ends with 9, check 29, check. 29 trying to 29 trying to 40 to 100 ends with 1, minus 31 ends with 1, check. 31 quivered, 31's 31 equals 961 ends with 1. So next two square numbers ending with 1 are 841 and 961. The numbers are 29 and 31. 6. Does this happen? Let's check why numbers ending with 1 or 9 make squares ending with 1. Numbers ending with 1, 1 times 1, 1 ends with 1. Number 9 minus 9 equals 81 ends with 1. This repeats every 10 numbers because in our number system the last digit pattern cycles every 10. 7. Complete pattern for last digits of squares. Let's find what happens with each digit 0 to 9. Numbers ending with 0, 9 to 0, curve 0 equals 0, square ends with 0. So numbers ending with 1, minus 1 times 1 equals 1, square ends with 1. Numbers ending 2, minus 2 curve 2 equals with 4. Numbers ending with 3, 3 comes 3 equals 9, square ends with 9. With 4, 4 comes 4 equals 16, ends with 6. Numbers ending with 5, 5 times 5 equals 25, ends with 5. Numbers ending with 6, 6 times 6, 36, ends with 6. Numbers ending with 7, 7 and 7, 40, 49, ends with 9. Numbers ending with 8, 84 ends with 4. Numbers ending with 9, 9 comes 9, 81. 8. Super easy rules. Here's what you can remember. Ends with 0, square ends with 0, ends with 1 or 9, square ends with 1, ends with 2 or 8, square ends with 4, ends with 3 or 7, square ends with 9, ends with 4 or 6, square ends with 6, ends with 5, square ends with 5. This covers every possible last digit. 9 examples to practice. Let's try. Which digit will 47 squared end with? 47 ends with 7 from our rule. Numbers ending with 7 have squares ending with 9, so 47 squared ends with 9. Which digit will 78 squared end with? 78 ends with 8. Numbers ending with 8 have squares ending with 4, so 78 squared ends with 4. 65 squared end with. 65 ends with 5. Numbers ending with 5 have squares ending with 5, so 65 squared ends with 5. 10. Square numbers ending with 6. Now look at your second example. Number, square, 416, 4 come 4th is 16, ends with 6, 636, 666, ends with 6, 14, 196, 4 times 14 was 196, ends with 6, 16 to 56, 16 to 1656, ends with 6. What do we see? All these numbers end with 4 or 6. Manganese 4 ends with 4 minus 6, ends with 6 minus 14, ends with 4 minus 16, ends with 6. So the pattern is numbers ending with 4 or 6, squares end with 6. 11. Try these numbers for squares ending with 6. Which of these will have squares ending with 6? I. 192 ends with 2, not 4 or 6, won't end with 6. T. 242 ends with 2, not 4 or 6, won't end with 6. 262 ends with 2, not 4 or 6, won't end with 6. IV. 362 ends with 2, not 4 or 6, won't end with 6. V. 342 ends with 2, 4, 6, won't end with 6. So none of these will have squares ending with 6. 12. Why is this important? When you know these patterns, you can quickly guess what the last digit of a square will be. Check your calculations. See if a number can't be a perfect square. For example, if a number ends with 2, 3, 7, or 8, it can't be a square. Numbers never end with those. 13. Final rules to remember. Summary. If a number ends with 1 or 9, square ends with 1. If ends with 2 or 8, square ends with 4. If ends with 3 or 7, square ends with 9. If ends with 4 or 6, square ends with 6. If ends with 5, square ends with 5. If ends with 0, square ends with 0. Square numbers never end with 2, 3, 7, or 8. Hasio 14. Visual pattern chart. Digit square ends with 0, 1, 9, 1, 2, 8, 4, 3, 7, 9, 4, 6, 6, 5, 5. 15. Final takeaway. You only need the last digit of a number to tell what digit the square will end with. This pattern repeats forever because of how our number system works. Would you like a colourful chart or fun practice exercises? Absolutely. Let's go very slow, word by word, line by line, with super simple English, giving you every tiny detail you need, as if you've never heard of squares or zeros before. I'll explain everything so clearly that you'll never forget it. Let's do it. Hash 1. What is a square? When we square a number, we multiply it by itself. Example, 5 times 5 equals 25. 25 is the square of 5. Square number means the result of a number multiplied by itself. 2. What does zeros at the end mean? When a number has zeros at the end, like 10, 200, 1000, it means it is a multiple of 10. Example, minus 10 equals 1's 10, 1 0 at the end. Minus 200 equals 2 is 100, 2 zeros at the end. Minus 1000 equals 1 1000, 3 zeros at the end. The number of zeros at the end tells us how many times it's multiplied by 10. 3. Examples of numbers with zeros and their squares. Let's see examples one by one, slowly. Case 1. Number with 1 0. Example, minus 10 has 1 0 at the end. Minus 10 times 10 equals 100. Minus 100 has 2 zeros at the end. Another example, minus 20 has 1 0. 20 equals 400. 400 has 2 zeros. So 1 0, 2 0 zeros, hot zeros after squaring. Case 2. Number with 2 zeros. Example, 200 has 2 zeros at the end. 200 times 200 equals 40,000. 40,000 has 4 zeros at the end. Another example, 700 has 2 zeros. 700 times 700 equals 490,000, 4 zeros. So 2 zeros, 4 zeros after squaring. Case 3. Number with 3 zeros. Example, minus 1,000 has 3 zeros. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 has 6 zeros. Another example, 2,000 has 3 zeros. 2,002, 2,000 equal 4,000, 6 zeros. So 3 zeros, 6 zeros after squaring. 4. What pattern do we see? Let's make it very clear. Number of zeros in original number. Number of zeros in square. 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6. What do you notice? The number of zeros at the end of the square is always double the number of zeros in the original number. 5. Why does this happen? Let's think carefully. When we multiply a number ending with zeros, each zero means a 10. Example, 100 means 1 times 10 times 10, 2 tens, 2 zeros. When you square 100, you do 100 times 100 equals, multiply the parts, numbers, 1's 1 equals 1, zeros, 2 zeros plus 2 zeros, 4 zeros total, sounds like. So 100 times 100 equals 10,000, 4 zeros. So each zero in the number becomes 2 zeros in the square. Zeros double. 6. Answer. If a number has 3 zeros at the end, how many zeros in its square? From what we see, 1 zero, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 4 zeros, 3 zeros, 6 zeros. So a number with 3 zeros will have 6 zeros at the end of its square. 7. Can square numbers have odd number of zeros at the end? Let's check examples again. Minus 1 zero, 2 zeros, even. 2 zeros, 4 zeros, even. 3 zeros, 6 zeros, even. Zeros always double, doubling always gives an even number. So square numbers always end with an even number of zeros. A square number can never have an odd number of zeros. 8. Even and odd numbers and their squares. Let's see what happens when we square even and odd numbers. Hatch squares of even numbers, numbers like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, divisible by 2. Examples, 2 times 2 equals 4, even, 4 times 4 equals 16, 16, even, 6 times 6 equals 36, evens 8 equals 64, even, times 10 equals 100, even. So, squares of even numbers are always even. Square shares of odd numbers, numbers like 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, not divisible by 2. Examples, 1 equals 1, odd, 3 times 3 equals 9, odd, 5 times 5 equals 25, odd, 7 times 7 equals 49, odd, 9 times 9 equals 81, odd. So squares of odd numbers are always odd. 9. Why do even and odd numbers behave this way? Even equals even, because even numbers have 2 as a factor, and 2 times 2 is still even. Odd equals odd, because odd numbers do not have 2 as a factor. Multiplying them cannot make them even. 10. Final super simple summary. If a number ends with zeros, its square will end with double the zeros. Square numbers always have even number of zeros at the end. Squares of even numbers are even. Squares of odd numbers are odd. 11. Extra easy examples. 50 square is 2500 2 zeros. 5,000 3 zeros square is 25,000 6 zeros. 15 odd square is 225 odd. 16 even square is 256 even. Would you like me to make a colourful chart or give a practice worksheet?
Absolutely. I will now explain everything even more deeply, step by step, using very simple words like I'm teaching a complete beginner or a child. We'll understand 2 amazing patterns in number math. Part 1. When you add 2 triangular numbers, you get a square number. What is a triangular number? A triangular number is a number that can be shown as dots arranged in the shape of a triangle. Example. First triangular number equals 1 shrun. Tanner second triangular number equals 3 surd. Sir third triangular number equals 6. Fourth triangular number equals 10. So the first few triangular numbers are 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 20, 28, 36. Each triangular number is made by adding one more dot row than the one before. Example. First, 1 to second 1 plus 2 equals 3, minus third, 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6 minus fourth, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 10 minus fifth, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 equals 15. So a triangular number is the sum of the first few natural numbers. Special pattern, adding 2 triangular numbers equals a square number. Let's try it with examples. First triangular number equals 1. Second triangular number equals 3. Add them. So 1 plus 3 equals 4. 4 is a square number. 2 times 2 equals 4, or 4 topping. Example 2. Second triangular number equals 3. Third triangular number equals 6. Add them. Tacha 3 plus 6. 9 is a square number. Ta 3 times 3 equals 9 tai, or 3 kuwad equals 9 tnar. Example 3. Third triangular number equals 6. Fourth triangular number equals 10. Add them. 6 plus 10 equals 16. 16 is a square number. 4 times 4 equals 16, or 4 qued equals 16. Example 4. Fourth triangular number equals 10. Fifth triangular number equals 15. Add sota 10 plus 15 equals 25 equals 5 there. Hash. Rule. When you add any 2 triangular numbers that come one after another, you will always get a square number. In math, this is tn plus tn theinin equals n plus 1 squared. That means triangular number tn plus t2 equals 2 squared. T2 plus t3 equals 3 squared. T3 plus t4 equals 4 squared. Plus t3 equals 5 squared, and so on. Part 2. How many numbers are between 2 square numbers? What is a square number? A square number comes from multiplying a number by itself. Examples. 1 times 1 equals 1i. 2 times 2 equals 4. 3 times 3 equals 9. 4 times 4 equals 16. 5 times 5 equals 25. 6 times 6 equals 36. 7, 70, 49. So square numbers are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81. What do we mean by numbers between two square numbers? Let's take two square numbers. Example, 3 equals 9, 4 squared equals 16. What numbers come between 9 and 16? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 6 numbers between 9 and 16, and all of them are not square numbers. Now let's look deeper. Let's count. Between 1 that equals 1 and 2 squared equals 4. Numbers 2, 3, total equals 2. Between 2 squared 4 and 3 squared is 9. Numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, total equals 4. Between 3 squared equals 9 and 4 squared is 16. Numbers 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, total equals 6. Between 4 squared equals 16 and 5 squared is 25. Numbers 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. See the pattern? From square to square. Numbers between count 1, 1, 4, squared, 2, 3, 2, 4, 4, 9, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 9, 16, 10 to 15, 6, 6, 16, 25, 17 to 24, 8. What's the rule? Let's try to find the total number of numbers between n squared and squared. Use this formula. N plus 1 squared minus n squared equals 2n plus 1. That's the total count from n squared to n plus 1 plus squares dio, including both square numbers. But we only want chosh numbers between them, so remove the first and last square numbers. 2n plus 1 minus 2 equals 2n. So finally, rule, between two square numbers n squared and n plus 1 squared, there are exactly 2n non-square numbers. Let's check this rule. Example 1. Between 5 squared and 6 squared, 5 squared equals 25 minus 6 squared equals 36. Rule says 2 times 5 comes to 10 non-square numbers. Let's count. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Yes, exactly 10. Example 2. Between 6 squared and 7 squared, at 6 squared is 36, at 7 squared equals 49. Rule 2, 6, check. 37 to 48, 12 numbers. Final summary. Rule 1. Add 2 to another, you get a square number. Like 6 plus 10 equals 16 equals 4 squared. Rule 2. Between any two square numbers like n squared and n plus 1 squared, you always get other 2n non-square numbers. Would you like a picture, comic strip, or fun trick to help you remember this even better? Perfect. Let me now explain this in even more line in the simplest way, like teaching a child or someone completely new to math. We'll cover everything step by step. Part 1. Multiplying two numbers like a minus 1 and a plus 1. Let's start. If you multiply a minus 1 tax a plus 1, the answer will always be a squared minus 1. This is a famous formula in math. It's called the difference of squares formula. Let's understand this step by step. Let's say a equals any number like 12 or 14 or 30. Then a minus 1, a plus 1 equals a quad minus 1. You don't need to memorize. Let's see examples to feel it and believe it. Example 1, 11's 13. Here, a equals 12, so 11 equals 12 minus 1 minus 13 equals 12 plus 1. So 11 times 13 equals 12 minus 1, 12 plus 1, equals 12 squared minus 1, 144, minus 1 equals 143. See, yes, it works. Example 2, 13 times 15, a equals 14. So 13 equals 14 minus 1 minus 15 equals 14's 1. Now 13 times 15, 14 minus 1, 14 plus 1 equals 4 squared minus 1 equals 196 minus 1 equals 195. Correct. Example 3. 29 times 31, a equals 30. So 29 equals 30 minus 1, 31 equals 30 plus 1. Now, straw 29 is 31, 30 squared minus 1 equals 900 minus 1 equals 899. Again, correct. Example 4. 44 times 46, middle number equals 45. So 45 minus 45 plus 1 equals 45, 5 squared minus 1, 2025 minus 1 2024. Yes, again. The pattern. Whenever you see two numbers like minus 11 and 13, 29 and 31, 40, 46, ask yourself, what number is in the middle? That's A. Then just do. A when. That's your answer. Why does this formula work? Let's break it slowly. A minus 1, A plus 1 equals A5 minus 1. This is because of this rule in math. X minus y, x plus y equals x squared minus y squared. Here x equals A and y equals 1. So it becomes A minus 1, A plus 1 equals A squared to A squared minus 1. This rule always works. Part 2. Patterns in squaring numbers like 111, 111, etc. This is where things get even more magical. Let's take these numbers. 1, 11, 111, 111, 111, 111. These are numbers made by repeating the digit 1. Let's square them. Multiply them by themselves. Examples. 1 times 1 equals 1. Easy. 11 is 11 equals 121. Wow. Looks like 1, 2, 1. 111 times 111 equals 213, 221. It's going up 1, 2, 3, then down 2, 1. 1111 times 1111 equals 113, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. It's going 1, 2, 3, 4, then 3, 2, 1. 111 and 111 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 11, 1, 1, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's like a mirror. Rule. When you square a number made of repeating ones, like 11 or 101, the result is a number that climbs up then down. What does that mean? Let's say you square 111, 3 ones, the answer becomes straw 1, 2, 3, 2. You square 1, 1, 11, find 4 ones, answer becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. You square 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 5 ones, answer becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2. Nasher. The answer looks like a mirror. Let's write it clearly. Number square, result, 1, 1, 11, 121, 101, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 111, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 5, 4, 9, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is like a number pyramid where the digits go up, then down. Sharp bonus fun. Try these just for fun. Shakshar 111111 times 1111111 equals answer sa 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 9 8 6 3 1. See how it goes up to 9, then back down. Final summary. Super simple. Multiply two numbers like 11 times 13 or 29 times 31 or 44 times 46. Take the middle number a ta then answer equals a quad minus 1 3. So 11 times 13 equals 12 squared minus 1 equals 143. 29 times 31 equals 30 squared minus 1 equals 899. 44 times 46 equals 45 squared minus 1 equals 2024. Part 2. If you square numbers made of only ones, like 111 and 111, the answer forms a mirror pattern. 111 times 111 equals 2321. 1 to 2, 1. 101, 111 equals 1, 2, 3, 1. 111 times 111 equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Would you like a comic strip number mountain drawing or a fun song to remember this easily? Absolutely. Here's a super simple summary of everything we learned. Summary. Digit of a square. What is the unit digit? It is, example, in 1 to 34, the unit digit is 4. What is a square? A square means multiplying a number by itself. Example, 7 squared equals 7, 7 equals 49. Trick to find unit digit of a square. 1. Look at the last digit of the number. 2. Square that digit only. 3. Take the last digit of the answer. That's your unit digit of the square. Examples, number, last digit, square of last digit. Square that digit only. 1, 1. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1, 2, 7, 2. 2, 2 times 2 equals 4. 4, 7, 99. 9, 9's 9, 81. 1, 3, 8, 53. 3. 3 times 3, 9. 9, 2, 1, 2, 34. 4. 4 comes 4 equals 16. 6 comes 20. 7, 6 and 7, 6, 7 and 8, 7. 7 times 7 equals 49. 9, 5 times 6 and 6, 98. 8, 8 times 8 equals 64. 4, 9, 0 times 7, 0 equals 0. 10, 7, 96. 6, 5, 5, 5, 5, 55. 5, 5, 25. 5, 2, memory table. Square of 0 to 9. Digit its square, unit digit. 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 4, 3, 9, 9, 4, 16, 6, 5, 25, 5, 6, 36, 6, 7, 49, 9, 8, 64, 4, 9, 81, 1. Final tip. To find the unit digit of any square, you only need the last digit of the number. Would you like a printable cheat sheet or worksheet for practice? Absolutely. Let's now explain in very deep detail, step by step, in the simplest way in the world, how to tell that some numbers are not perfect squares, using your 4 examples. I'll teach you like you're brand new to math, using simple words, examples, and full clarity. First, what is a perfect square? A perfect square is a number that you get by multiplying a number by itself. For example, number, square, number itself. 1 times 1 equals 1, 2 times 2 equals 4, 3 times 3 equals 9, 10 times 10 equals 100, 25 times 25, 625, 40 times 40 equals 1600. So 9 times 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 100, 100, 16, 25, 1's 1600. These are all perfect squares. What is not a perfect square? Some numbers can never be perfect squares. There are simple clues that tell us that a number cannot be a square of any whole number. Trick number 1, look at the last digit. There are some digits that a perfect square can never end in. A perfect square can end in 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. A perfect square can never end in 2, 3, 7, 8. Let's check why by looking at real squares. Number, square, ends in 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 4, 3, 9, 9, 4, 16, 6, 5, 25, 5, 6, 36, 6, 7, 40, 9, 8, 64, 4, 9, 81, 1, 10, 100, 0. Notice something? Squares end in 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, never in 2, 3, 7, 8. So if a number ends in 2, 3, 7, or 8, it cannot be a perfect square. Now, let's check each number you asked about. 1057. Last digit is 7. Check the rule. Does any perfect square end in 7? No. So 1057 is not a perfect square. Reason ends in 7, which is not allowed for squares. Let's try to check with nearby perfect squares. 32 to 80 equals 1024. 33 to 80 equals 1089. So 157 lies between two perfect squares. Another clue it's not a perfect square. 23453. Last digit is 3. Check the rule. Does any perfect square end in 3? No. So 23453 is not a perfect square. Reason ends in 3, which is not possible. Try nearby squares. 153 quadratic equals 23409. 154 quadratic equals 23716. So 23453 is between them, not a perfect square. V64,000. Last two digits equals 00. Let's go step by step. Can a perfect square end in 00? Yes, but only if it ends in 0000, 4 zeros. Let's see. 10 equals 100. Ends in 000. 100 times 100 equals 10,000. Ends in 0 So 64,000 ends in 3 zeros, 00 tau. That's not okay for a perfect square. Also try square roots. 64,252.98, not a whole number. So 64,000 is not a perfect square. Reason 1 ends in 000, not allowed. Reason 2, square root is not a whole number. VY 89722. Last digit is 2. Check the rule. Does any perfect square end in 2? No. So 89722 is not a perfect square. Reason ends in 2, which no square can. Let's check nearby perfect squares. 299 squared, 8 and 9, 401 minus 300 squared equals 9,000. So 89722 is between, not a square. Final summary table. Number ends in. Can squares end like that? Perfect square? Why not? 400 square in 1 is in 57, 7. Not a square. Ends in 7. Squares never do. 203, no. Not a square. Ends in 3. Squares never do. 64, 0. No. Needs 0, 0, 0. Not a square. Ends in 3 zeros. Not 4, 89722, 2. 2. No. Not a square. Ends in 2. Squares never do. Final rule, easy to remember. If a number ends in 2, 3, 7, or H, it is not a perfect square. If it ends in 0, 0, go, but not 0, 0, 0, it's also not a square. If its square root is not a whole number, it's not a perfect square. Would you like a fun worksheet, comic strip, or song to help remember this easily forever? Absolutely. Let me now explain in great detail, word by word, in the most beginner-friendly and simplest way, how to find out if the square of a number will be odd or even using your 3 numbers. I, 431, 2826, E, 7779. Shack step-by-step explanation. First, what does odd and even mean? Even number. A number is called even if it can be divided exactly by 2 with nothing left. Examples. 2 over 2 equals 1 minus 10 over 2 equals 5, 2 and 8 to 8, 26 for 2 equals 4, 10, 13. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 100, 28, 26, all are even numbers. Even numbers always end in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Odd number. A number is called odd if it cannot be divided exactly by 2. There's always something left over. Examples. Minus 3 or 2 equals 1 with 1 left. Minus 7 under 2 equals 3 with 1 left. Minus 4 and 31 over 2 equals 215 with 1 left. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 4, 31, 7, 7, 7, 9, all are odd numbers. Odd numbers always end in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Second, what does squaring mean? Squaring means multiply a number by itself. We write it like a case a or a threed. Examples. 9 is 2 squared equals 2 comes 2 equals 4. Minus 3 is 3, the equal 3 minus 3 equals 9. 5 comes 5 equals 25. Minus 10 times 10 equals 100. Minus 431 squared equals 431 times 431. Big number, but we don't need to calculate it. Now the big question, will the square of an odd or even? Very important rule. If the number is, then its square is. Odd, odd, even, even. In short, odd equals odd minus even equals even. So how do we tell if a number is odd or even? Just look at the last digit of the number. Last digit number type, 0, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, even, 3, 5, 7, 9, odd. Let's now use this rule to check your 3 numbers. Step check for each. I, 431, last digit equals 1. 1 is an odd number. So 431 is odd. Now square it. 431 squared equals 431 times 431. We don't need to calculate. Since it's odd and odd equals odd, final answer, square of 431 is odd. I, 2826, last digit equals 6. 6 is an even number. So 2826 is even. Now square 226, 2826. No need to calculate. Even equals even. Final answer. Square of 2826 is even. 7779 last digit equals 9. 9 is an odd number, so 7779 is odd. Now square it. 7779 squared equals 7779 times 7779 is no need to calculate. Odd equals odd. Final answer, square of 7779 is odd. Final answer summary table. Number last digit type odd even square is odd is odd. 431 1 odd. 2 and 8 26 6 even. 7799 odd. Final magic rule. If the number is odd, its square will be odd. If the number is even, square will be even. Trick. Odd times odd is odd, you see. Even times even it will be. Just check the digit at the very end. It tells you the rule, like a mathy comic or worksheet to practice this easily and never forget. Of course. Let's now go even deeper and explain this square pattern step by step, word by word, in super simple, beginner-friendly English. No math background needed. I'll explain as if you are learning math for the very first time. What are we trying to understand? We are looking at a special pattern. Minus 11 squared equals 121 minus 101 squared. 1002 minus 1001 squared equals 1001 minus 1001 squared equals 1001 minus 101 squared equals 1001 squared equals. We want to find the squares of these numbers without actually multiplying them. We are trying to see a pattern. Step 1. What does square mean? The square of a number means multiply the number by itself. For example, 5 squared equals 5 becomes 5 equals 25. This 10 squared equals 10 equals 100. 11 squared equals 11 times 11 equals 121. Step 2. What is special about these numbers? Let's look at these numbers. 11, 101, 1001, 1001, 101, 101. Each number starts and ends with 1, has only zeros in the middle. Let's write them with spacing to see better. Number zeros in the middle. 1, 1, 1, 0 zeros. 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. 2 zeros. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. 3 zeros. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. 4 zeros. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. 5 zeros. So each number is like 1, many zeros, 1 hawk. Step 3. What happens when you square these numbers? Let's square them and observe the pattern. 11 squared equals 121. We can see 1, then 2, then 1. 101 squared equals 1201. Let's break it. It becomes 10201. 10210. 1001 squared equals 1,201. It becomes 1002 minus 00 minus 1. 2 zeros, 2 zeros. 1001 squared equals 1002. The 1 minus, it becomes 1 minus 00 minus 2 00 minus 1. 3 zeros, 2 3 zeros. What's the pattern? If a number is like 2 1 followed by n zeros, then another 1 end. We call this 1 to 0.1 functional format. Then its square is 1 followed by core n zeros, 2 core n zeros, 1. Let's apply this pattern. What is 1001 squared? 1001 equals 1 minus 0,000 minus 1. 4 zeros in between. So square is 1 cat 0 minus 2 can 01. Answer 1001. What is 1001 squared? 1001 equals 1 to 0 odd. 1 5 zeros. So square is tot 1 minus 0000 minus 2 2000 to 1. Answer 100201. What is 1001 squared? 1000 minus 1 zeros. So square is 100 minus 200. Answer 211 line. Super simple rule, 1 line. If a number is tot 1 with n zeros and another 1 tar, its square is tot 1 plus square n zeros plus 2 plus square n zeros plus 1 pattern. Let's put all together in a table. Number, zeros. Between ones, square. 11, 0, 121. 101, 1, 1201. 1001, 2, 10201. 11, 3, 1021. 1001, 4, 100201. 1001. 5, 102000001. 6, 10020000001. Memory trick for fun. If there are zeros between the ones, then square it smart. No need to run. Put a 2 in the middle row with same zeros front and back and go. Would you like me to create a worksheet, comic strip, or a video-style image showing this pattern as a fun story? Absolutely. Let's now go deeper and explain this trick. Sum of odd numbers like 3, 5, 7, 9 without them one by one. I'll explain it step by step, beginner-friendly way like you're learning for the very first time. First, what are odd numbers? Odd numbers are numbers that cannot be divided exactly by 2. They always end in 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Examples of odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 15. Your questions are like 1. What is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9? 2. 1 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19. 3. What is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus 11 15 plus 17 19 21 plus 23? We will not add them one by one. We'll use a beautiful math trick. Let's learn it. Magic pattern, sum of first n odd numbers. There is a very simple math rule. The sum of the first n odd numbers is always n, or n squared. That means if you add the first one odd number, total equals 1 squared equals 1 minus. First two odd numbers, 1 plus 3 equals 4 equals 2 squared minus. First three odd numbers, 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9 equals 3 plus 3 squared. First four odd numbers, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 equals 16 equals 4 squared. First five odd numbers, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 equals 25 equals 5 squared. Let's now apply this to your questions, step by step for each. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. Let's count how many numbers are there. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That's 5 numbers. Now use the rule. Sum equals n quadrato. N equals 5. 5 squared d equal 25. So the answer is 25 muna by I. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 19. Let's write them out. 7, 9, 11, 15, 17, 19. How many odd numbers here? That's 10 numbers. So sum equals 10 squared equals 100 nerved. Answer. 100 re. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 23. Let's write them. 1, 3, 5, and 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23. So sum equal 12 squared equals 144. Answer. N4. Why does this rule work? Let's understand why the sum of the first n odd numbers is n squared. Let's try with some examples. Example. First one odd number, 1 sum equals 1, 1, 1 squared. First two odd numbers, 1 plus 3 equal 4, 2 squared equals 4. First three odd numbers, 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9, 3 thread equals 9. First four odd numbers, 1 plus 3 plus 5, 7 equals 16, 4 fourths squared equals 16. Imagine dots like this. For 1, just one dot. For 1 plus 3 equals 4, make a square of 2 rows. For 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. Each time you add an odd number, you're adding another layer to a square. That's why the sum becomes a square number. Simple trick to remember. Add first n odd numbers. The answer is n tax n. Rhyme to help you remember. Add the odd. Don't be scared. The count of numbers gets you squared. Final answers. Question, number of odd terms, use rule n squared. Answer. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, 5, 5, 25. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 19, 10, 10 squared 100. 1 plus 5 plus 23, 12, 12 squared 144. Would you like me to make a comic worksheet or animated dots to help you picture it better? Let's now go even deeper, line by line, in the simplest, clearest, and most beginner-friendly way to help you truly understand these two math ideas. Part 1. Expressing a square number as the sum of odd numbers. Explanation. What is a square number? A square number is a number made by multiplying a number by itself. Times 3 equals 9. So 9 is a square number. Minus 4 times 4 equals 16. So 16 is a square number. Minus 7 times 7 is 49. So 49 is a square number. Beautiful pattern in math. The square of a number can be made by adding that many odd numbers starting from 1. That means square number, add this many odd numbers. Odd numbers, total, they total. 1 quid equal to 1, 1, 1, 1. 2 quid equals 4, 2, 1 plus 3, 4. 3 quid equal 9, 3, 1 plus 3 plus quid equal 16. 4, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7, 16. 5 quid equal 25. 5, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9, 25. 6 equal 36. 6, 1, 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11, 36. 7 quid equal 49. 7, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 is 9 plus 11 plus 13, 49. Shark eye express 49 as the sum of 7 odd numbers. We know 49 equals 7 quintuplety. So we add the first 7 odd numbers. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Add them. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 5 equals 9. 9 plus 7 equals 16. 16 plus 9 equals 25. 25 plus 11 equals 36. 36 plus 13, 49. So 49 equals 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. Express 121 as the sum of 11 odd numbers. We know 121 equals 11 squared. So we add the first 11 odd numbers. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21. Let's check. Start adding. 1 plus 3 equals 4, 4 plus 5 equals 9, 9 plus 7 equals 16, 16 plus 9 equals 25, 25 plus 11 equals 36, 36 plus 13 equals 49, 49, 49, 15 equals 64, 64 plus 17 equals 81, 81 plus 19 equals 100, 121 equals 121, 121 equals 1 plus 3 plus 5, 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 17 plus 19. Important rule to remember. The square of any number n is equal to the sum of the first n odd numbers. Part 2. How many numbers lie between two square numbers? Step-by-step explanation. You are given two numbers like 12 and 13 and asked how many numbers lie between 12 squared and 13th width. Let's break it down. Step 1. Square both numbers. 12 squared equals 144. 13 equals 169. Now the question is, how many whole numbers are between 144 and 169? We do not count 144 and 169 themselves, only the numbers in the middle. Step 2. Subtract the squares of 169 minus 144 equals 25. This means there are 25 numbers from 144 to 169, including both. But we only want numbers between, so we subtract 1. So 25 minus 1 equals 24 numbers. Answer 24. Easy rule to remember. If you have two numbers, n and n plus 1, then the number of values between n squared and n plus 1 squared is? Let's test that now. Between 12 squared and 13 squared. Use formula. 2 times 12 equals 24. There are 24 numbers. Between 25 5 squared and 26 squared, 25 squared equals 625. 26 squared equals 676. Use formula. 2 times 20 equals 50. There are 50 numbers. Between 99 9 squared and 100 squared, 99 squared is 9,801. 100 squared equals 1,001. Use formula. 2 and 99 equals 198 numbers. Final summary. Expressing a square as sum of odd numbers. Square number. How many odd numbers? Odd numbers added. 49 sen. 49. 7 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 is 11 plus 13. 1. 11, 1, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 21. Counting numbers between square numbers. Between squares, use 2n rule. Answer. 12 and 13, 1 and 44 and 169. 2 times 12 equals 24. 24, 25 and 26, 6. 225 equals 50, 99 and 100. 98,801 and 1,000. 2 times 99 equals 198. Easy rhymes to remember. Odd sum rule. A square is made added. Count how many, and you'll be glad. Between the squares of n and n plus 1, just 2 times n, and you're done. Would you like a picture, worksheet, or comic strip showing this as a fun story?